Hi, I'm Hazel, and in eager anticipation of patch 7.3, which is officially landing on August the 29th, which is Tuesday, so like 2 days, I have put together a list of 7 ways that I am personally getting ready for patch 7.3. Number 7 is doing any Mythic dungeon at a +10 difficulty. Devs have confirmed on Twitter that doing a +10 will get you your maximum weekly chest next week. I've been personally getting a little lazy about Mythic chests recently, but if you only need to do a +10, then this is kind of like a freebie week because the 10s will get more difficult next week. But this week you can just do a current 10, get your maxed out chest for next week, and then just don't worry about it anymore. So just go smash that out if that's the kind of thing that you like to do, and then you will have a nice sort of patch day present waiting for you in your class order hall. Number 6 is update your add-ons. So this is kind of a getting ready thing, but it's more so a patch day thing. And this has been made much easier in recent patches because of the Twitch desktop client. Even if you have never been to twitch.tv, the Twitch client is basically just the new Curse client. And if you update to the new version, you can have it automatically keep all of your add-ons up to date whenever you run the client without you having to go and manually okay each one. And that is not a premium feature. You don't have to pay for that. That used to be a premium feature on the old Curse client, but on the new Twitch client you don't have to pay for that. You can keep them all automatically up to date for you. If you opt into that, you have to opt in. And when the patch goes live, just run the client, get everything as up to date as it's gonna get, and then play the game. And if anything is causing you problems, just disable that one for now, and then go back and check to see if that gets updated later, because some of them take a day or two. Number 5 is a pre-patch bag cleaning. This is not necessary, and honestly most of the things in this list aren't necessary. You don't need to get ready for patch 7.3. You could play WoW for the first time on patch 7.3 and still do everything. There's nothing really mandatory that you need to do to prepare, so these are just kind of fun things that I like to do, kind of like pre-patch rituals. And as far as pre-patch rituals go, cleaning my bags, top of my list, best feeling. Throughout a patch, I find that my bags tend to get clogged with like class order hall follower items, and then I have class order hall armor, and then I have like quest items from this Emerald Nightmare quest that I'm never gonna do, and then I have crafting materials for professions that I don't have, and it's just a mess, and it gets kind of like more and more bloated and congested as the patch goes on. And I find that patch days, I mean, if I was an organized person I would just be doing this all the time, but I find that patch days are a really great time to go through, sort out my equipment set, so figure out which equipment sets I'm actually gonna need and which items have just been sitting in my bag as just in case forever. You know, getting rid of the stuff we don't need, solidifying the things that we do need, and just clean house, just clean up. It is so nice going into a new patch knowing that you can pick up every single thing for a very long time and not have to worry about accidentally deleting the wrong thing because you've just sorted everything out. So just be organized if you want to, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, but it is so liberating to just clean up and then go in with a fresh start. I would say clean your bags and your bank, but that would make me just a barefaced hypocrite. I don't clean my bank very often. I maybe do my bank once per expansion, but I find they keep making things account-wide that weren't account-wide before, so anything that I think has the slightest possibility of ever becoming account-wide, I just stick that in my bank to rot forever. So yeah, if you're really high achieving, you can tackle the bank too, but I think bags is far enough. Number 4 is preparing IRL, whether that means taking time off. Honestly, I wouldn't. All of the 7.3 content is going to be time-gated enough on this 3-week release schedule that I don't think it's really going to be worth just like all-day marathoning. I think you are going to eventually run out of stuff to do, not as quickly as we did in patch 7.2, but at some point. But maybe that means getting some beverages together. Maybe you want to get some caffeine. If you're me, maybe you get a special kind of patch day tea. I don't know, we all have weird things. Healthy snacks is another great thing to sort out and have ready, or like ready-made meals. Something that I've done in the past is like make a lasagna and then freeze the pieces so that, you know, if you really don't want to get up and cook because you're too busy fighting demons, at least you don't have to starve to death while you're doing so. So just think ahead a little bit to what you personally might want, and you can kind of craft yourself your own little patch week experience. My number 3 is picking out a Going to Argus Transmog set. So I haven't actually completely decided what I'm going to wear yet, but I know for a fact that figuring out what I'm going to wear is one of my top priorities before the patch lands. I don't want to just wander into Argus wearing whatever I was wearing last week. I need a new cool adventurer's transmog. And I love that feeling of just putting together a new set, you know, picking out the perfect companion pet that matches, maybe even switching up the title, and then really getting into your character as we kind of adventure to this new planet and experience everything that there is to see there. Number 2 is stocking up on in-game consumables. So we talked about getting snacks for IRL. I also like to get snacks for in-game, specifically for new content like this. Fighter Chow and Bear Tartar. Because there's going to be so much questing content to do, and you really do want to do that, you unlock a lot of different features through questing content. Fighter Chow gives you huge out-of-combat health regeneration, and if you end up in a sticky situation where you've just been beaten on by a bunch of demons, that might come in handy. Bear Tartar, on the other hand, gives you a run speed buff after you kill something, which is really nice if you're just kind of motoring through a questing zone. So those are the two that I like to stock up on. I've probably forgotten about some others. While I'm stocking up on consumables, I like to put together a questing equipment set that includes Pride Adds. I recommend making an equipment set with Pride Adds if you don't have one already, just because some of these demons are mean. And even if you have a lot of gear, some of these demons are mean, and you're not going to be able to get on your birdie and fly away. You can't fly on Argus, so it's not a bad idea. You know, Pride Adds saves lives. Of course, equipment sets can be a little flaky to keep up to date when you're constantly getting new upgrades, as you might be on Argus. But for going in, at least, it's nice to have a starting point. And finally, the number one thing that I'm doing to get ready for patch 7.3 is I'm going to be saying goodbye to my flying mount, at least for now. You know, might get him some carrots, walk him into the stable. Maybe I'll even take him back to the carrots stable so he can hang out with his buddies and just kind of try and explain to him why he can't come with me. Why I have to go, you know, running on the ground, hopping through lava, hoping that you don't get stuck. It's gonna be a long patch. I'm sure we'll be able to bring our flying mounts to Argus at some point, but it's definitely not gonna be right away. So, you know, say your goodbyes, get a good hug in. It might be a while before you see him. So that's what I'm doing to get ready for the patch. I'm also picking out like my favorite plushies to like have on my desk, because there's only so much room for WoW plushies on a desk, but I feel like you gotta have at least one when you're going into new uncharted territory, so I might do that too. But anyways, I'm very excited for the patch. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!